All right, welcome back on the Lake Show. Browns versus Steelers playoff game recap. Frank, what happened? What happened this one?
I said you go first. Go first.
Oh, okay, I will. All right. Well, I'm in a great mood. The Browns, from not start to finish, from start to the whole first half and a little bit in the second half, did enough. We were able to win a playoff game. From the Marquise Pouncey terrible snap to just picking off Ben 4 times to doing enough on offense to get the job done. The Browns have won a playoff game. This was my Super Bowl. Do we face Kansas City next week? I don't care. Doesn't matter. Happy to be there. Again, that was my attitude for this game. I'm happy to be here. Would a win against the Steelers been great? Yes, and it was. I feel awesome. I'm just happy to be here. Moral of the story. Frank?
Luca.
Yeah, I got nothing to say. Congratulations, Drew. I truly do mean that. I know this is a long time coming for Browns fans. There's nothing I can say. I can't really even I can't make excuses. I think a lot of people going into this game really did count out the Browns. And that was truly an upset. So
yes.
Yeah. That's my initial thoughts on this.
So Frank, how are you taking that?
First off, let me just apologize to you, Drew, because I will not apologize to any other Browns fan out there, but I will apologize to you. Obviously, you got some guys back, but not enough for it to have been that score. Steelers were not ready to play, and we added fuel to the fire.
Yep.
Juju.
Yeah. Added fuel to the fire, and I'll give credit where credit was due. Browns took advantage of every single turnover we had, every single one. When I mean take advantage, I'm pretty sure besides the last one, I think they scored a touchdown on every single one.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't make mistakes. Baker didn't do anything special, but he played good enough to win. Chubb dominated.
That's honestly one of the biggest things that Baker did was he didn't turn it over. He gave us a chance to win the game. That was exactly what you need from him. So I was very happy with that.
Chubb dominated. Where do I start? I think this falls back on Mike Tomlin.
I think the play we got to really go at though is 4th and 1, right around midfield. What's your guys' thoughts there on punting the ball?
I was fine with it at first.
Yeah, that's
because I thought you gotta trust your defense, and I'm gonna go on our season's over, so I have a very long rant. And you can just keep it coming. I have a lot of rant on many things, but since we're there, I'll start with the defense. With the punting situation, the only thing I didn't like is if you were gonna punt, why don't you send out Ben out there to try to get them to draw off sides? And if Ben sees something, you snap that thing. But hey, you gotta trust your defense. Going back on the defense, they were slim. Highsmith, you saw it. Everybody could see it. When Highsmith went out, they ran the ball to that number 49. I know every Steeler player. I don't know who number 49 was, but they picked on him. They ran the ball. It's bad. It was bad performance.
But staying with the defense, I don't really think your guys' D tackles got enough push most of the game. I think Treader, Nunn, and the rest of the guys, Teller had an amazing. Teller and Treader had huge games for the Browns.
Well, they also stayed away. They stayed away though. Like they didn't go straight out. They ran outside. But what are you gonna do? I'm hurt. I thought that everybody, and I'll get to that when the time comes about the whole Ben situation. But everybody's gonna use him as a scapegoat here. And really, I bragged all year about our defense. No, he wasn't. It was look at our defense, Drew.
He threw
All
4
right,
picks.
when
He put
he
your
came
defense in
out,
terrible positions.
when he came out in the second half and they got in the game, who gave up the points? The defense.
Only 13,
That-
and 3 of them came from a turnover.
You can't do that. I mean, the two picks were absolutely horrible. The one was a fluke, and the other one he shouldn't have thrown. So 3 out of the 4 were his fault. I mean, I'm not saying they weren't his fault, but it's not like the defense played much better. And you look at obviously I don't know enough if you watched last episode, but I mean, all of Pittsburgh report, they're ripping more on the defense. The defense is absolutely horrible. I mean, it was bad, and that goes to injuries and people out. But there's no excuse for that performance. I don't care who the fuck's out. That was horrible. But yeah, it wasn't. I'm not going to sit here and I swear to God, it's not just because I love the dude. I'm not going to sit here and put this whole game on him because it wasn't all him. I mean, the botch, that snap wasn't him. That started the whole thing out. I mean, that snap wasn't him. I mean, it was bad. It was bad.
So, Luke, what do you think? Do you think it was more of the defense, or do you think it comes back to Ben?
No, I mean, I agree with what Frank's saying. I mean, but that's not to just say that, Ben obviously he didn't have a career day or played, amazing.
Well, technically he did have a career day.
Yeah.
Broke NFL record.
Yeah, I mean, he threw the ball a lot. But, yeah, I mean, I think that first play, that just that somewhat set the tone. And then for Ben to come back out on that second drive, throw that stupid little, I don't know. I think there was glimpses. It was this game really felt like there was glimpses of the bad Ben when we're oh my gosh, what is he doing? And then there was glimpses of where it was this is the Ben that just dominates. And it was, I mean, we didn't get enough of the dominant Ben in that game. So, but yeah, I agree with Frank. I mean, defense didn't look too great. I will say it's about Baker though. I thought a lot of times, they were even saying him, instead of forcing the ball, he was throwing that check down to Chubb, that little out route that Chubb was running, picking up 15 yards. I mean, that's just good. I mean, that's just him being a good quarterback, not trying to force anything, dump it off to your halfback and pick up 15 yards. So
that felt almost like an Ohio State play call. They ran that a lot against Clemson last week in the playoffs, where nothing would be open downfield, just a check down and Trey Sermon go pick up those 10 yards.
Yeah, I agree.
And there was nothing in the flats covering for that.
Yeah, I thought that killed us a lot of times. So,
all right, Frank, what's your next thing you want to rant about?
It's just so I mean, I need a lot of time to think, but just the season's over. Looking on for next year. I don't know what Seven's doing.
Yeah, but the big question: do you think this is the last time you guys ever saw Big Ben in a Steelers uniform? I mean, I had to ask it.
I mean, I promise you, if you ask anybody but me, they're gonna say, "I hope so." And I'm gonna say, actually, Luke, I want to hear Luke, because then I'll explain why.
I wouldn't say I hope so. There's just I feel you in that regard, where it's I want to see him go back out again. I want to hope and believe that he can come out this next year and still have it going a little bit. I'm not rooting against the guy by any means, but I think he definitely has got to do some soul searching this offseason. I know that sounds cliche, but he's got to really see this offseason if coming back next year is, the best thing at this point in time. So
I'm gonna go on all right, here's my big rant, because everybody knows, me, that's my guy, and I ride and die by that dude. And Drew, you're gonna love it because you fucking hate him. But I'm gonna go for it, man. Look, the dude had 3 tendons hanging from his arm a year ago, more than a year ago. Everybody counted that dude out. They started 11-0. He was playing good football. No one was complaining about him. They hit that patch. I don't know what honestly, and it's weird because I saw a tweet and it was right. When Bud Dupree went down, that's when everything went downhill. And I'm not saying it was because of Bud Dupree, but he played some bad football at the end. which is not like him. He's usually playing his best. He's done a lot, and Steeler fans are not, for some reason, they don't appreciate him as much as they should at all. So if this was the last time I saw number 7 in black out there, and it's going to be a sad day when he gets on that podium and retires, because I don't know what's next. And I really don't. But with that being said, let's be real here. If you gave me the option, it's saying you want Ben or Mason Rudolph out there next year, who do you got? I mean, who you picking? I'm
Ben.
taking Ben.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not a question for me.
But you have the draft to go get someone like, I don't know, a Mac Jones.
Okay,
Kyle
and
Trask.
I agree with. And Drew, here's where I say to that. Look, regardless of it, this is I mean, the clock is run out a little bit, and if it's not run out, it's next year. Like, it's literally next year.
The clock's at 11:59. It hasn't struck midnight, but
yeah,
it's darn close.
That's it. It's next year. But with you saying that, I would not be opposed to them drafting a quarterback and have him groom him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think, yeah, that's
So-
a real good option.
And with our cap space, look, everybody's like, well, his cap space is he's gonna, if he stays, everybody on God's green earth knows he's restructuring it. Okay, he's restructuring it. He'll get it fixed. I don't know what they're gonna do with everybody else. Do you want to? I mean, the dominoes are falling a little bit. Juju's got to go. He played great tonight. He did. He played great tonight, but he's got to go. Bud's gone. You got Highsmith. You have weapons on the outside. Like, that's there. You know what I mean? My mom's texting me asking me if I'm okay. Yeah.
Same with my mom. It's just the opposite of, are you okay? Like, are you like freaking out right now?
But you have weapons. You got to sign. The one thing I love about the Steelers is everybody's like, rebuild, rebuild, rebuild. Steelers don't rebuild, they reload. We've been in this situation before. We have. It's the Browns, and it feels like the world's ending right now for us. It does. Just the way and how things happen, the way he lost, the way he's going out. But you know what? It's the NFL. I always say college, it's the NFL. And if that's how it's going to be, if the man finishes his career 23-3-1 against the Browns and that loss ends it, how ironic would that be? You know what I mean? But I love the man. I'm not putting all the blame on him. He's done a lot. I hope it's not the end, but I agree with Luke. He's got to do some searching. But along with that searching, the Steelers got to help him out too, because Fitner's got to go.
Fitner's got to go. I think you need to retool a little bit on the O-line.
Oh, absolutely.
You have to get him some run support. Yeah, you have to. He can't throw 68 times again. That's ridiculous. Yeah. I know he threw for 500 yards. It's ridiculous he had to throw for that many.
No, I agree. And what did I say in the show? That's 0-4 now when he throws for 400 in a playoff game. That's 0-4, and he threw for plus 35 times, 0-4. I mean,
like, all right, so I know, don't get too mad. Ben is at his best when he just has to manage a game. When you have all the tools around him and you can run it well and you can throw it to the play, he can go make a big play, because game managers they take their shots. When he's game managing and able to take a shot here and there. When he's just gunslinger, I don't think that's the best Steelers offense. So I think you need an elite running back again.
See, that's where I have to disagree, because like I think he's at his best in that second half. Like let's be real. That last interception, the game was over.
Yeah.
16 points in 2.5 minutes, the way we're doing 2-point conversions, that's hard to get. But Ben's at his best when we're no huddle and he's calling plays. The dude's a genius calling plays. I mean, you saw that the second half. So I'm not going to sit there and act like he played horrible the whole entire game. I'm not going to sit here and say he played great. He played below average. is he the reason we lost the game? He's part of the reason, but he's not it can't all fall back on Ben. You know what I mean? That's my big takeaway. Everybody's going to fall back on Ben, say Ben. The defense just absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible. And they got a tough schedule next year, but my point of this whole talk is if it comes down to someone where you got Ben or Mason Rudolph, I'm taking Ben. I am taking Ben. I don't know. I mean, we saw the pictures. We saw the pictures after the game. I don't know what's going through his head. I mean, from the pictures, I think he's going to hang it up in a day or two. And that's gonna drive the dagger right through my heart because for once in my life, I don't know what's next because it all starts with the quarterback.
I think, and then for the Browns' perspective of all this, obviously everyone's like, oh, well, look what Mahomes is going to do to that defense next week. I think people aren't understanding. We're also getting back Denzel Ward. We're getting back Kevin Johnson. We're getting back Ronnie Harrison because Ronnie Harrison came out. They said he should be good to go next week. That's 3 guys coming back. Obviously, Mahomes is still going to torch us. I am a realist with the Browns. He's going to throw for at least 300 yards unless they go up by 100 and they're just running it down our throats. I think, am I crazy to say the Browns have a shot against the Chiefs?
Are you asking us, or?
Yeah,
I think it's a little too damn early to be asking us.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know, man. I mean, I didn't think they were going to win tonight.
Yeah, exactly. So,
but of course, the Steelers are. I mean, the Chiefs. Drew, you said it all year, and I looked at my dad and I said, I admitted it. I admitted to him. I was a delusional Steeler fan all year. I was like, it showed tonight. It finally hit me tonight. The Chiefs aren't the Steelers. My point saying that is the Steelers can lose these type of games, whether it was you or anybody else. We could lose this game. The Chiefs don't lose these games.
Yeah, that's the tough. I mean, again, I've said it all year. Chiefs are the best team in the NFL. But if you want to win a Super Bowl, you're probably going to have to beat the best team in the NFL.
Frank, what do we say? First round exit or Super Bowl champs?
Absolutely. That's how it goes, man. That's how it goes. But
it's about the only thing we got right. But
hey, I mean, my Ravens AFC Championship thing is looking kind of good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both of those teams didn't look that great. I know the Ravens won. We can talk about those other games for a second. I know the Ravens won. They didn't look anything dominant. They scored 20, and Lamar looked good on the ground. He couldn't throw it. The Titans just looked awful. Mike Vrabel coached like a pansy all game. That game was terrible. So, the Bills played horribly in their playoff game as well. The Colts probably should have beat them. Should have put them away a couple times. But hey, again, I think the best way for me to say it is, you don't want to be playing the Chiefs, but you have a shot. You're playing the game to win, so you might beat them. Let's go prove someone wrong again. I'm happy we won, but let's go get another. And if Ohio State wins Monday, I won't really give a crap about what happens on next Sunday. If I'm being brutally honest, if Ohio State wins, I'll take a championship and be knocking the Steelers and closing their window.
Sorry, Luke. I am the biggest Bama fan ever. This Monday. Yeah, I might go to Fanatics and buy a t-shirt. That's how big
it might be a 2-loss weekend for me.
Yeah, Frank just supports criminal quarterbacks. What can I say?
Yeah. Come on. I got that.
Even Mac Jones. Mac Jones with 2 DUIs. I mean, come on. If you get 1 DUI, it's a mistake. It's a bad mistake, but it's a mistake. You get 2 DUIs, it's fair game. Is that not a fair assumption there? Come on. You drink and drive twice.
I don't want to dive into this.
I can bully the guy. And hopefully they win. So, anything else, guys?
The only thing I gotta say, I mean, it's tough right now. I'm sure.
Who are you cheering for now?
Spain. Who am I cheering for?
Yeah.
Chiefs.
For the back-to-back?
Why not? I mean, I wouldn't mind the Chiefs. Spain, quit fucking calling me. I wouldn't mind the Chiefs.
Chiefs.
I wouldn't mind the
Saints,
Bills. I don't want Brady. Anybody but him, honestly.
Yeah.
Anybody but you guys.
Fair.
Hey, you know what though?
Don't want the Ravens. Don't even. You can't. You can't.
We lost to the Super Bowl champs.
But honestly, don't you guys kind of want us? The best case scenario for you guys is that the Browns make the Super Bowl and lose. First off, great content for the show. Me just continually being happy, us getting to the Super Bowl, and then the heartbreak of me losing in a Super Bowl. I think that's best case scenario for you guys. Like,
Hey, these ain't bowl games. We don't care if the Big Ten takes home as many bowl games. We don't care if our division wins it. If it's not us, I don't
I'm just
care.
saying. I'm just saying. A Browns Super Bowl loss, I think, is what you should be rooting for.
Listen,
Nah.
I really don't care.
Yeah,
My
at this
team's
point,
listen. I'm not one of those guys. No offense. I mean, might as well take a jab while I'm down. I mean, Drew, you're used to cheering for other teams in playoffs. Once mine's out, I really don't care what happens. Yours is still in.
Yeah, I feel like that for
Congratulations.
college. So,
Congratulations. I really don't give a shit who wins at this point. I'm trying to think. The only thing whenever my team's not in, I go to two things. What franchise has 5 Super Bowls that can tie us? And I don't think anybody in the playoffs right now has 5.
Niners and Cowboys are out. So,
Yeah, exactly. So, and the Pats are out.
well, they have 6.
So,
So.
yeah. But that's why I don't. I mean, realistically, anybody but you guys are Brady.
Yeah, I think it's cool for a
It's
change.
just because I don't.
Because from my perspective, usually around this point of the year, I'm cheering for the opposite of what you said. Anyone but the Steelers and anyone who can go tie their 6th record. That was usually my go-to there. So it's a nice change of pace. It feels cool. Like honestly, like I feel like a kid on Christmas. Like everything just feels new, shiny, and you're just having a good time. Everyone's happy. You're just having a good time. Like I can't stop smiling. This entire show, I just feel happy that we won a playoff game, and that's it. We won a playoff game. I keep saying it over and over because it doesn't feel true. We won a playoff game. First one in my life, literally.
Hey, I'm happy for you, Joe. Just you, though.
Thanks, Luke.
You're a good Browns.
So fucking happy for you.
Hey, I could have tweeted throughout the entire game at you because I know I felt, but I didn't. I understood that people were going to be taking jabs at you all game, probably all the next week until next season starts. So I said,
everybody's got to come at the king. Just best not miss. So far, I've seen a lot of misses out there. Everybody talking for a wild card round. But
see, like the big thing is
they beat us though. You beat us. Here's the thing about
people are coming at you. They're just
back and take it.
They're just not even saying like good roast. Like at least come up with something creative. They're like,
I know.
Like, is this the same old Browns? Dude, come on. Everyone's saying that one. Come up with something.
I didn't say that either, first of all.
Yeah, I know, that's Juju. That's what Juju
said.
Yeah.
Those words never came out of my mouth, ever. They're in the playoffs. Why would I say they're the same old Browns? That's fucking
Juju.
And that's why he's got to go. He's got to go. Let him go to the Jets and ruin his career like Le'Veon.
I think that's a big thing.
He basically said that Cleveland is the 11th ranked team in the country.
Yeah,
that's what he did.
Seriously, like why we cleared our locker room to get rid of the stuff like this. Our quarterback's finally speaking highly of his players and taking the blame, and now we got people like that just got to come out and do something. It's stupid TikTok shit. It's never simple. And guess what? What happens when it is simple? They win. I mean, I can't think of anything those 2 years that they won that they can't, or even the third year when they went to Super Bowl that they did some stupid shit like they've been doing. Seriously, like it's something different every year. The year we go to the AFC Championship game, AB's freaking filming the thing in the locker room. Like,
yeah, I was just about to say that's what I was thinking of. I was thinking of the Facebook Live or whatever he did.
It's just something. It's something every year, man. But look, I'll end it. This Pittsburgh Steelers lost tonight to the Cleveland Browns.
Yes, they did.
Congratulations, Browns fans. Enjoy it. You deserve it. 18 years in the making. We sent you home. You sent us home. I promise. I sent this out in a tweet. I promise you, if it's not going to take us 18 years to get back, and I expect to be back next year because we are the Pittsburgh Steelers. We rebuild. We don't rebuild. We reload, not rebuild, and we're done with the Corvettes. We're getting a fucking Ferrari next year. That's all I gotta say.
Or you're getting the Ferrari and driving to the Super Bowl.
We're gonna be all right. And I know I'll never hear it, but number 7, if that was it, I love you, man. Thank you for the 2 rings. Thank you for everything you did. If you have a press conference, I'll probably get Drew to have me on here the same day and probably live stream it and see me crying like a baby. Because I love you, man, and thank you.
But I honestly, my last thing, for Browns fans, enjoy it, be happy. But if you're gonna make fun of Steelers fans, come up with something creative. Don't say Juju quote and don't say Corvette. It's uncreative. Yeah. Everyone's saying it. Use your brain. We're smarter than that, guys. Come on.
I'll say too. Congratulations, Browns fans. Yeah, everything Frank said, I relay that message. It's been a long time coming. I told Drew before this, I said I don't know what that feeling would be like. So, I mean, I genuinely, I'm serious. I'm happy that for you guys that's really good. I'm not even trying to.
There's no way to say that and not sound pretentious.
I mean, he's right though.
I'm not trying to make it sound like a backhanded compliment. I'm not. But
Frank, think of the Pirates. Think of the Pirates when they made the playoffs. That's what it feels like.
Okay.
Except they won.
I can respect that. I mean, the Pirates won.
I can't.
Did they win a playoff game?
Yeah, remember that they got in for like the very end of their drive. They won their first game.
Really? I thought they got smacked.
No, they beat.
Was that the second year?
They got smacked the second year. Then they lost the third year. The Cubs.
Yeah, and also talking about the Cubs, Zane the entire game was just tweeting about the 2016 World Series and was just sending me things about it. He's like, "You're just too happy right now. I need to calm you down." I'm like, "What is that for?" That was just unnecessary. But he couldn't take me off cloud 9. I want to make that clear, Zane. You couldn't ruin my night today. I was too happy. So joke's on you. All right. So again, thank you guys for watching. Number one thing, go follow us on TikTok. Almost at 1,000 followers. Again, I'm speechless. I don't even have a good way to conclude this because I'm at a loss.
Go Steelers.
So go Browns, and hopefully the Buckeyes take an open championship tomorrow. See you guys.